Welcome to the Small Business Made Simple podcast, brought to you by socialmediaandmarketing.com.au. Being in business is never easy, but it can be simple, or at least simpler. Join me, your host Jen Donovan, every week where we focus on marketing, social media, and working towards simplifying your business. You with me? Let's do this.
Gonna dream it big, 'cause someone out there listening. Everyone's got a voice to give, and it's time I heard you whistling, 'cause there's no point at all, in dreaming small.
Why, hey there, and welcome to episode 128 of the Small Business Made Simple podcast. Thank you, as always, for lending me your ears today. I know you have lots of choices out there, and I really do appreciate you making me one of them. I'm the host, Jen Donovan, a marketing thought leader, digital strategist, and coach for small businesses. And pretty much, I just love marketing, and I love small business, and I love small business owners. So I have one goal, and that is to help you make marketing a priority in your business, because I know if you want to grow, you need to learn to market yourself. It sounds simple, but it's not easy, but that's my promise to you on the Small Business Made Simple podcast. Today's podcast is going to be a great one, and it's tailored around a conversation I keep having with clients and people in my world. So basically, this is the question that I get asked a lot. So, or I guess the thing that I enter into conversations a lot about. So basically, it's insert whatever social media platform you want. For instance, Facebook isn't working, Jen. No one comments, likes, or shares. What can I do? My social media is tanking. Now, when we talk about social media tanking, I guess I'm talking about organic. We're not talking about Facebook or Instagram ads or paid digital ads here. We are talking about organic, which means the free stuff. So in this podcast, I'm actually going to share with you 3 things I think you should do in 3 parts to make sure that your Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever platform it is, isn't tanking, or if it is, how to get it resurrected. So the first one is to actually make sure it isn't working. Don't just assume that it's not working. Don't just look at it and go, it's just not working. I don't know what I'm doing. I just don't know. I'm clearly just no good at this. All right. Don't do that, because you have a secret weapon. We have your insights. You need to take a look at them. You need to look at the hard digital data that they give you and see what's actually happening, and not just assume what's happening. Of course, if you want some more information about analytics and data and that sort of thing, then go back and listen to episode 120, which was all about how to use insights and analytics to grow your business. So that is episode 120 of the Small Business Made Simple podcast. Okay, all right. So you've checked, and yep, your social media is tanking organically. It's just not really working for you. So what to do next? I'll give you a massive high five if you can guess what I'm going to say next. If you have been in my world for any significant amount of time, you know what I'm going to say next. What's the number one thing I would tell you to do if your social media was tanking? Yep, email marketing. Email marketing. Take a different approach. Take it offline. Well, semi-offline. It's still digital marketing. And engage with your customers in a different way. It's absolutely going to be more work than throwing a post up on social media. I get that, which could be one of the reasons why people's social media tanks. But of course, we'll get to that in number 3. But it's definitely a thing that you should be doing. You should be doing email marketing. So, Jen, I don't have a list. What am I going to do? Get one. You must have past clients or customers that have email addresses that you could turn into an email list and start marketing to. And if you don't, you need to start now before your social media tanks. Start gathering email addresses now. And yes, if you've never emailed your list before, or the email addresses that you have before, you are going to have to send a well-crafted email to them to get them to engage with it. But I guarantee you will get a better open rate of an email than what you will as an organic post on social media. If you want some more information on email marketing and how you can go about that, I have lots of podcast episodes about email marketing. From memory, I think episode 9 and 10, or it could be 10 and 11, were all about email marketing, as well as some earlier this year, which was in January sometime. I think there was another one about email marketing. But anyway, I'll put them in the show notes. It's probably easier than me going looking for them now. Of course, you will find all the links for this particular episode in the show notes, which will be at www.socialmediaandmarketing.com.au/128 for 128. All right. Okay, so the third thing that you need to do if your social media or your organic social media is tanking is lead with value. If you go through your feed right now, so maybe get out your Instagram or your Facebook and have a look through the feed. And if you're doing Facebook, the feed's probably a little bit hard, but go and have a look at the photos. Maybe that's a quicker and easy way to have a look at it, and have a look through those and count how many posts are actually selling me something. If I was looking at your social media, how many posts have you put up that's actually selling me something or asking for the sale? And how many posts are funny and humor posts that actually have nothing to do with your business whatsoever? So if that fills most of your feed up, selling me something or just making me laugh, then some tough love coming your way, because I would say no wonder it's tanking. Nobody likes to be sold to all the time. We have to lead with value. And don't underestimate what you know that others would like to know or need to know. I think that's the biggest thing with small business owners and solopreneurs is like, yeah, but I don't know anything. What do I know? Oh my God, you know so much, I'm sure. You just think about those conversations that you have and people are like, whoa, I didn't know that. That's the content for social media. So make sure that you are sharing your knowledge and your expertise with your audience. You have so much knowledge to share, so get it out of your brain and onto paper and start sharing it. Oh, and if you, yes, you are always missing from your social media or also missing from your social media, then start showing up for your audience so they can get to know, like, and trust you. People buy from people they like, people they know, and people they trust. So if your people don't know who you are or what you're about, then they are simply just going to go to the next person to buy whatever it is that you sell. It's so important that we show up for our audience. If you've been in my world for any length of time, you have heard me say this over and over again. We need to show up. Yes, there needs to be some strategy behind it, absolutely, but we need to be showing up to our audience, again, so they can get to know, like, and trust us. And because I'm a serious overachiever, I said there was 3 things, but I'm going to give you another one. You need to get off your social media and get into other people's social media. It's called social media. It's social for a reason. So we've got to go and get social. So maybe to help your organic reach, you need to go and join some groups, and you need to give some love, and you need to give some value in those groups. Again, don't underestimate what it is that you know that other people would like to know. Maybe you need to spend some time commenting on other people's posts and sharing their posts and actually engaging with other human beings. You know that old saying, givers get? Well, so if you're a social giver and you give your time, then the algorithm, as well as other human accounts, will actually give you some love back and give you some engagement back. So if you are only ever posting and ghosting, the algorithm is not your best friend, and we need to make the algorithm our best friends. And if you do all of this, then maybe your social media may no longer be tanking organically. For many business owners, they need to get to know how marketing works in 2021. I'm definitely not saying that's not you. You're a podcast listener. You are probably well and truly over how marketing works these days. But, we've been sold this furphy for so long. No longer are we spending like 5 minutes curating an ad with a ad specialist or a marketing specialist, and I'm using quotation marks there, for a newspaper or a radio ad or a TV ad, or to print a poster, and we're handing it around, and then we're just waiting for the sales to come in. It's not such a short activity now. Marketing is the long game, and we need to be marketing every day. We need to be engaging and being social every day, and we need to be working for the sale every day. Now, this might only mean 20 seconds of your life, or it might mean 10 minutes of your life every day. But this whole set and forget, and like I said before, posting and ghosting, it's not going to work. You are going to keep getting frustrated with your marketing until you embrace what marketing actually means these days. And of course, marketing is everything. But marketing on social media is as much about being social and showing up as what it is about selling. So I hope you took my advice in number 1 above, and you actually had a look at your insights and thought, okay, I'm really not doing that badly after all. And if you'd been panicking about your organic social media tanking, then maybe I've managed to smooth that out a little bit. But regardless, I think points 2 and 3 and beyond will still help you build your profile, build your audience, and ultimately build your profit. Because let's not make bones about it, we are in business to make some money. Anyway, my gorgeous listener, that is it for episode 128. I hope that you have enjoyed this conversation. It's something that I talk about often with small business owners when they look at their social media and they're like, I'm just not getting anywhere. Hopefully these points, if that was you, managed to help you. And if you've think to yourself, I've heard this 100 times before, Jen, then have you really heard it? Have you actually started to put some strategies in place to start implementing it? Because there's one thing to hear it and there's another thing to actually take action. And I know myself as an entrepreneur, I'm always hearing repeat messages, and depending on where I am in my life or where I am in my business, those messages that are the same can actually create different movements inside my business and make me think differently about things. So we all need to hear the same message several times. I will, of course, be back next Thursday for another episode, and I look forward to chatting with you then. I hope you have a fabulous week, whoever or whatever it brings into your life. I'd love to get social with you. You can come and join my Like-Minded Business Owners group on Facebook if you're not already a member there. Or, of course, let's hang out on Instagram. I'm at Jen Donovan _. If you're enjoying this podcast, then please hit that subscribe button and maybe share with another superstar business owner who might have been complaining to you that social media is not working for them either. And you can help them out by sharing this podcast. I would also love a rating and review if you have 3 minutes of your time today to help me out with that. But I'll see you next week. And remember, whatever you do, my small business peeps, as my opening song says, there's no point in dreaming small.
No time like the present. Tell it like you feel it, say it proud, be true, and let us see you for the star that you are. No point in dreaming small.
I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land, the Yorta Yorta people, on which I record this podcast and conduct my business today, and pay my respects to their elders, past and present. I extend this respect to the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here with us today as well.